Hey guys, I'm Chris Ashley. Welcome back to the channel Passion for the Wild and Wonderful. What I want to do today is just go over a DIY scent elimination, or as I say, minimization system that I have here. What this is something that's just pretty simple. Anybody can do it, and I'll go over it with you here of how I went about doing it. So what I ended up doing was I ended up purchasing off of Amazon an Outerman. I think it's 800 milligram per maybe 800 milligram per hour unit. From it was around maybe $50 on Amazon. What I saw here recently, and I'll try to include in the description a link to either this one or I think it's another group that's like maybe NSTA, something like that, or I'll include it. That they also have units out there that's pretty much the exact same unit, but I think it's 500 instead of the 800. But was very inexpensive as compared to what you would normally get if you would buy something like a scent blocker, scent shield, any other scent elimination kind of system that has the bag or closet system with what I'm showing you here. So you need to buy some type of portable generator, ozone generator that is. The other thing I use too is just here are some Scotch Velcro tabs. And with it, all I'll end up doing is attaching it to the back side of the ozone generator, and then the other side I'll glue or attach to the tote or container of your choosing. If you find that it can't stick very well with just the adhesive that comes factory or comes from the provider with it, use a little bit of super glue, or in this case here, Gorilla Glue. And the other thing you'll need is just a drill. And a tote, or like I said, a container of your choosing. So with it, I'll show you what I end up doing and I'll show you close up, is that I end up going ahead and attaching the tabs to the back side of this generator here, and then the opposing side tabs on the container. Now with it, what I like is that it makes it removable. An example being, as we ended up traveling to Illinois for a deer hunt here this year, and I don't want to go ahead and take this plastic rigid tote or container with me, so I end up taking my scent bag or scent lock or scent shield bag that I had that is an airtight carbon built-in system. So what I generally do, whether it be here at the house or in that case, I took that bag, I was able to just peel this off, pull the hose out, take it with me, put it in the bag, and I was able to use my ozone generator while we traveled. And that way I was able to pack easier. We were able to get more stuff in instead of having this fixed rigid thing. But what I generally do is do my clothes, if I do it in this container, and then I put it over into something that's a little bit more of an airtight sealed container. But go ahead and finishing on through. Go ahead and put on your tabs, put the generator in. This makes it nice and handy where it can be removable. You don't have to do it. If you want, you could just let it sit or be freestanding, but to me it just makes it to where, again, I can move it around easily and it still stays with the system. The other thing that you'll need to do is it comes with a hose, other attachments such as stones, other kind of little filter elements on it. What you need to do is make sure and get a drill bit that's just a little bit slightly larger than the size of the tubing. The idea with that is you want to make sure that, one, it's not too big to where you have a lot of the ozone or leaking out, or just general air intrusion going in that could be contaminating your clothes. The other thing is you don't want it to be too small to where it might be pinching off or kinking your hose to where you're not getting the full flow of the ozone. But drill your hole, slide your tubing in. One thing to just make sure and pay attention whenever you're routing or determining where you're going to put the hole for your tubing is make sure that you're also having it to where it has a nice long radius bend, I'll say, to it, to where it doesn't pinch or kink off as well. And that's about it. For me, for example, this container or tote was something that I already had. Otherwise, at one of your home improvement stores, you can pick one up for pretty cheap. You can get nicer ones as well, whether you wanted to get one that's sealed with some type of a sealing O-ring or gasket with clamps or what have you. That's up to you. For me, like I said, mainly for this, I just wanted to be able to dose my clothes, do a dry wash, and then I put it over into some other type of travel or airtight container. These units here come with various time settings that you can do. This one, for example, goes from 5 minutes up through 30 minutes at 5-minute increments, and then you can do 40, 50, and 60 minutes. For me, I think, especially with the output of this one here, and probably even if you use the 500, I think those longer times, the 40, 50, 60, are probably unnecessary. You can probably get away with doing something like a 5, 10, 15, and then just let it sit. The thing is with this is you're putting in the ozone, and it's inside an enclosed fixed volume container, so it's not like it's leaking out or leaking away. So for me, what it is would be just time exposure in there. So put your clothes in, hit it with the ozone. Even if it kicks off in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you'll see if you've let your container sit for a good while and then you come back and open it up, it's still very strong smelling of ozone. Now recognize ozone is very unstable, very reactive, but I got a feeling that probably what you can do is do a lower dose or lower time at concentration on it, and let your clothes just sit for extra minutes, and that ozone will still have the chance to react, attach to some of those scent-producing molecules that are odor that's undesirable, and you'd be in a better position, and it puts your clothes to stand where they can last longer in your hunting gear. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I'll be bringing you more content. Again, my name's Chris Ashley, and this is Passion for the Wild and Wonderful.